Penney is down 1.5%. It was down 7% yesterday. Big trouble for J.C. Penney. It's another hit to the retail industry, actually. Listen to this. It's from the Wall Street Journal. Vacancy rates rise at shopping centers. Now, that's quite a headline, is it not? Joining us now is Bill Simon, former Wal-Mart U.S. CEO and the president thereof. Sir, we're following this trend, which I think is very important to the way America looks and feels and how we shop. We think that the trend towards these ghost malls is really speeding up. Do you agree with this?
Well, retail's in a transition, clearly, Stuart. There's a lot of things that have been changing, but that's been the dynamic of retail really since the beginning. You know, there was a transition from, just general merchants trading with each other to the sort of the main street, to the mall, to the big box, and we're in a transition stage again today.
Yeah, but it's speeding up.
And the retailers who... Well, I think it is. I think it's driven by technology. If you really think about it, our lives have been impacted by technology in just ways we couldn't have imagined over the last 10 years. But fundamentally, retail hasn't changed. The last retail innovation, technology-driven innovation in retail was the UPC scanner. And I think the winners in retail will be the ones who find a way to take this fantastic technology that we're dealing with and bring it to the retail store.
Yeah. What's going to happen to those shopping malls which lose their anchor store? What's going to happen to them? I mean, the value in that real estate has been taken away, hasn't it?
Well, I think there'll be some changes, clearly, and good retailers will thrive and they'll adapt, and retailers who are weak will become the victims of that. But you've seen it happen. You know, main streets aren't what they once were in the U.S., and I think some malls will transition and some big boxes will transition. But fundamentally, brick and mortar retail won't go away. It will just adapt, and the adaptation will come through technology.
I mean, I think this is a profound change. This is a very big deal which will make a very big difference to a lot of people's lives in a lot of areas of the country. You sound like it's just a mild development. I think it's a very important trend.
No, I happen to agree with you, Stuart. I think it is a very big development, but it isn't unusual. It's about every 20 or 30 years there are these tectonic shifts in retail that are driven by the emergence of new formats. In this case, it's new technology. And the ones who adapt the best and change and find a way to meet consumer demands win. And that's what really hasn't changed.
Let me ask you about this. We've had Boeing, Carrier, General Motors, Ford Motor Company, and now Toyota, all pressured by our president-elect to change the way they do business. Do you approve of that?
Absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. If the President of the United States cannot be the biggest advocate for American business and American manufacturing, then who should be?
So you approve? You think that's good?
Absolutely, I do. I think now that has to be built upon with the proper policies and tax structures and changes in the ability to repatriate funds so that American companies can invest in manufacturing in the U.S. But absolutely, the president should be the biggest advocate for American business.
But Walmart would not like it if we slapped a nasty tariff on stuff coming from China into America, because Walmart sells a lot of Chinese-made stuff.
No, I'm sure they wouldn't like it, but they also sell a lot of American-made stuff, and they sell to a lot of Americans who would like it. And fundamentally, we have to do what's best for the best interest for the country and for the American consumer and for American business. And I think the president should be an advocate for that.
Mr. Bill Simon, formerly CEO Wal-Mart USA. Thanks for joining us, Bill. We do appreciate you being here. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir, Stuart. You bet.
Okay.